Hello students, welcome back to the class. We leave the class with the definition of assembly language. Now we move further in this topic called the third generation of language. In third generation of language, what we use simple English language. Okay, so overcome these all. In third generation language, what we going to use? We are going to use the language English in third generation language. Okay, so here we use language English. Okay, English language is used. So with this, we made the programming language quite easy because we came to the process of writing program with the use of the English language, which normally all the person will know. But one problem now arises, that how the computer will understand the instructions, because at the beginning of the previous video I used to I told you that the computer will understand only the binary language, that is 0 and 1. So in order to make computer understand the language which we are using for the programming, we develop a kind of programmer, or we say it translator, that used to convert the English language to the binary language and the binary language to the human understandable language, that is the English language. Okay, so there are two kinds of translator we are using to convert the assembly language, to convert the programming language, third generation language to first generation, and the first generation to third generation, that is high level language. Okay, so there are two kinds of translators are there. First one is called compiler, and the second one is called interpreter and the compiler. What is the use of interpreter and compiler? They both are the translator. That means they use to convert one type of program into another, and another type into the human understandable process or language. Okay, so compiler and interpreter. The first of all, they also check for the programming errors. Okay, like certain syntax, while writing the program we use certain symbols, certain syntax. Okay, there are certain syntax, means just like the grammar. English language has a grammar, Hindi language also has its own grammar. Similarly, programming is we use a type of language, a certain kind of language, which is, so that language is also have some grammar. So that grammar is called the syntax, and if you make certain grammatical mistake, that is called syntax mistake. So compiler is there to find out that syntax mistake or the grammatical mistake for the programming. Okay, so compiler, what the compiler does, firstly it reads complete program at once. Okay, at once they read the complete program, and what interpreter does, reads the program line by line. Okay, so the interpreter reads the program line by line. So compiler reads the complete programs together, and then it generates the error. If there is some kind of error, then it informs the programmer that this thing in that places there are some error. You go and remove that errors. But what the interpreter does, it reads one line. If there is any mistake, immediately it informs to the user that this line contains this type of mistake, please correct it. Until you correct the mistake, that the error, the program will not proceed for the further process, that is to read the next line. Okay, so each and every line it reads and asks you to solve the errors or remove the errors. So compile little bit faster than the interpreter. So nowadays most of programs use the compiler rather than the interpreter. Okay, so these things are used further in the program from the third generation onwards, that is compiler and the interpreter. So this is third generation language. Okay, so there are certain generation of the languages. I'm going to bind up this video with the information of all kinds of languages, generation of languages. The first one is machine language. Second one is assembly language. The third one is third generation. In third generation we use Java, C, C++, etc. Okay, then we proceed to the 4GL, that is fourth generation language, and then after nowadays it is going to 5GL. Okay, so these two combinedly known as the low level language, and this combinedly known as this third generation is also named as the mid-level language, and this one 4 and 5 combined known as the high-level language. This third generation is called mid-level language, and the 4th and 5th generation language is called the high-level language. Okay, we bind up this video with this, and we will meet in the next video. Till then, thank you and have a nice day. Thank you.